And welcome back, everyone, to part 11 of What If Naruto has Zanpakuto, the Benihime edition. Last time on Naruto What If, Sasuke and Itachi had their final confrontation. Sasuke did win, but he did it with the help of Naruto, and because when you really think about it, Kanemaru Benihime Atarame would actually be a very good counter to any Susanoo, as it would restructure the chakra, allowing for an opening to be created to the user inside. Which is what him and Naruto did in a combination. So we cut to the aftermath. Naruto and Sasuke once again use the reverse summon to head back to Konoha with Itachi's body in tow. They bring Itachi's body into examine it. After examining it, and Sasuke is recovered. He's informed that Itachi, according to their test, Itachi was dying. He had a insert whatever disease it was here, and Sasuke is a little Sasuke actually is proud he got his revenge, but he's also a little disappointed. Like, not even disappointed, he's not sure what exactly to do now. Not that he doesn't know to just live his life, but the overall drive he had is kind of gone. So he's spending a lot of time just doing kind of what Naruto was doing, moping around, trying to find stuff. Ultimately, Sakura comes and joins him, and they sit and they talk, and she's looking and saying, is everything okay? And Sasuke honestly just decides to be open. Like, I spent so many years trying to get strong enough to kill him, to avenge my family, and now he's gone. And I'm glad that, I was able to avenge them, but at the same time, I'm just lost now. Like, what do I do? What is my drive? To which Sakura, she kind of stares, and she just kind of looks up at the sky. She's like, you have other things to protect and live for. You don't just have to live for vengeance. I mean, look around. You got the entire village. You got your friends. You got everyone. And Sakura decides, now's that time. It's like, you have me. And he kind of looks right as she goes in and gives him a kiss. Nothing serious, because we're technically dating at this point. And Sasuke, his eyes kind of go wide, and you should note that they have been growing on each other now. That Sasuke had the curse mark removed, but B has been able to stay in the village, kind of saw the error of his ways, and kept the curse mark to a minimum. The influence the curse mark had was mitigated to a large degree. It wasn't completely gone, but it was mitigated. And so Sasuke kind of, they actually have a legit kiss. And Sakura's a little embarrassed, but glad she finally did it. And she just kind of decides to get up and just says, just something to think about. You're never alone. There's always going to be something for you to live for. And so she kind of walks off, and Sasuke's kind of like, because this would be his first kiss since Naruto. But actually, no, that wouldn't be the case. That wouldn't have happened in this version. So he kind of just has a little smile on his face. Meanwhile, the reveal of Jiraiya's death happens. Like, after he's done moping, it's Naruto's turn to kind of face the harsh truth of what happened, that Jiraiya was killed. And Naruto had spent a lot of time with Jiraiya. I don't know if their relationship was quite the same here. If anything, actually, I might even argue it was better, because Naruto actually learned from Jiraiya. He spent a lot of time with him. He learned about sealing from Jiraiya. This guy was basically a surrogate father figure to him, which he should have been to begin with, being his damn godfather. But that's beside the point. I've already done a what if on that. You can find that on the playlist. You can find the playlist. I think that is for the new members. That's the video you'll see. For returning members, I can't remember what the video usually shows up on as. But Naruto is moping, and they figure out the real one's not there. Riddle. Naruto's kind of lost in his own thoughts. He does, however, have Benihime here to kind of help console him a bit. Benihime is in his head, and she's kind of maybe like rubbing his back, or even doing kind of like what Katen Kyokatsu does with Shunsui and kind of wraps herself around him because she very much cares for Naruto. This is her partner. This is the individual who wields her. And she's come very much to care about this individual. So she's just trying her best to console him. He's just dealing. He's just trying to deal, and he thanks her. But he just is one of those things where he just kind of has to be on his own, if that's okay. And she respects that. She says she'll be here when he needs her, and he appreciates that. Ultimately, he does come out of his funk. Again, they figure out the real one's not there, Riddle. And Naruto, I think, does go to train with Sage Mode with Fukasu and Ma and Pa, I should say. Which, I mean, Ma and Pa, I believe it's Fukasu and Shima. Shima, that was her name. Naruto would be learning the Sage techniques and learning how to go to Sage Mode here, which I think he actually gets quicker because he already knows how to meditate with Benihime, because that's part of the training, meditating, getting to know your sword. So he's already gotten that down a bit more effectively. Meanwhile, back at the plot, rewind back to when when Sasuke Naruto left. Zetsu's like, oh, he's not going to be happy about this. And so what happened? Sasuke won. Is like, oh no, just kidding. I knew this would happen. I look forward to watching a replay. Where is Sasuke? Back in Konoha. How did he get back in so quickly? Well, he had help beating Itachi. Apparently, him and the Uzumaki boy the Nine-Tails Xander had worked something out. He's grown powerful. I see. This is not quite to the plan. It seems we'll have to take care of the Nine-Tails on our own. And meanwhile, he goes to Pain, tells Pain to deal with the Nine-Tails, get the Nine-Tails. Nagato obviously kills Jiraiya. The only ones left in Akatsuki right now that are alive are Zetsu, Toby, or Obito as we know him. Deidara is still... No, I had Deidara killed in this version. There's no way he really would have been able to get away in the scenario we placed there. But Deidara is... I might be misspeaking. I believe... And again, normally I've been writing this stuff down now for a good while. For some reason, I've forgotten now for the last one of these. I think Deidara is dead. I might have misspoken in the last video when I said that. But I think he's dead because they were able to get the Gaara very quick, and Gaara was even there with the fight of Sasori going down. So Deidara would not have been able to escape in time, and he would have probably been taken out pretty quick. All right, yeah. So Deidara, we'll just say Deidara is dead. So you have Toby, Zetsu, Kisame, and right now Konan and Nagato. Well, obviously Nagato is gone, and as Nagato's gone, Obito is approached by familiar faces. Orochimaru, what are you doing? I should have known you'd be able to find this place. You really think I would not be able to? My old comrades in arms. Comrades is a bit of a loose. It's a bit of a loose definition, don't you think, Orochimaru? The word comrade? Perhaps. Work associates, then. Speaking of which, me and mine here have an offer for you. Seems we've been having a little trouble with the Nine-Tails. With Konoha, particularly a Nine-Tails brat. And perhaps we can both benefit from things. And he shows up the Edo Tensei. I'm listening. Meanwhile, Pain is doing the invasion of Konoha. And he throws himself in there. Now, should note, and I was thinking about this, I don't think Sasuke yet has the desire to implant the eyes in his head to gain, because he does have the Mangekyo Sharingan with Itachi's death. He only just kind of realizes it, but he does have it. And so, when the Pains come in, I actually think Sasuke confronts... I think Sasuke confronts one of them. We know Kakashi confronted the David Path. I don't see Sasuke aiding him. I think Sasuke is doing his own thing. And so I think what happens here is actually he goes and helps out the Naraka Path. He goes and helps out specifically, what was it? Which path was he? Yeah, no, he goes and helps the path. I believe it's the Naraka Path that Konohamaru is facing. So when Konohamaru tells the truth, he doesn't get his soul taken. He tries to use the Rasengan. That path was able to survive the attack. Can't remember if that attack landed, because he was able to repair the Azura path later on. Here, however, just as he's about to, just as he either avoids the attack or doesn't get as much, a Chidori comes and just goes, bah! And it's like, you're not dead? What the hell? And it's like, all right, fine. It just does like a Chidori, and just with Konoha, they kill the Naraka path, which weakens Pain considerably due to the fact that he can no longer resurrect the other paths he has until he can forge new new paths. And so, because that is the thing, with his paths defeated or killed or whatever you want to call it, he's unable to use the ability that path was using. He technically still has that ability, but because he was displacing his abilities through those paths, without that path there, they don't all just go into the other paths. Like the Deva path with the other 5 defeated was not able to use the other 5 paths. Which is actually kind of weird when you think about it. I mean, he still has all of those abilities. So, but I guess it just needs, and I mean, we know that, say, Hagoromo probably had all of the abilities, but then again, Hagoromo's Rinnegan is leagues above. So, like, his is the true Rinnegan, as far as we know. Like, his is the top-notch Rinnegan. Whereas everyone else is just kind of a strong. It's the Rinnegan. It's still insanely powerful, but a lesser version of what Hagoromo essentially was capable of doing. Plus, beyond that, everything else Hagoromo was capable of doing. And so we get, eventually, David Path causing the destruction. I see Sasuke doing his best, actually summoning up the Susanoo as best he can the first time around. His eyes bleeding, trying to stop it, and just failing. So everyone's just kind of floored, taken down. I'm running low on battery, but that's okay. I don't intend to go past maybe 20 minutes on this. We're really just going to focus on the Pain invasion for this one. And at that point, Naruto arrives. Now, Danzo still kills the Toad to delay it. To delay him showing up, and Naruto still shows up and arrives. And there is only the Deva path, the Preta path, the animal path, and the human path left. There is no Naraka path, there is no Azura path, there's none of those guys. Those guys got killed. So you only have the ability to absorb chakra, which is great, summon animals, awesome, steal souls, which is not going to be useful in this fight at all, and almighty pushes, which won't do much until they can actually use them. So Naruto comes in. The animal path summons the animals. Naruto gets into hand-to-hand combat with the Preta path. It's, he uses the frog katas and quickly beats them down. Then creates the Rasen Shuriken, just throws it. The animal path gets him out of the way, and he just quickly takes out the remaining paths, because he took out the Azura path almost instantly anyway. Tsunade probably would have tried to face off with him, Pain, because she did in the original as well, but she was stopped because the Azura path tried to get in, and then Naruto straight up killed the Azura, just wrecked his shit. Here, Naruto now can tell Naruto is just face to face with the Deva path, and he's not initially attacking. Why do you not strike? I'm at my weakest. I'm weak at the moment, Naruto. I can't use my effect for a while longer. This would be a perfect time to kill me. He does draw his chakra rods and even tries to throw him, but Naruto just choo. It's like, believe me, I've been paying attention to what the pervy said, what Pa said, and what I've been seeing here. I know this, but I want to talk to you. But there's no need for words. The time for words has passed. Now is the time for pain. And Naruto isn't listening. I mean, granted, he probably would try and at least hear Naruto out, have that philosophical discussion, because he's trying to get it to where he can use his Shinra Tensei again. Naruto's also aware of this. So he says, very well, you want to talk, then talk. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to the real you. Where are you really? To which Naruto says, I see, so you figured it out. Unfortunately, there's no way I can let you, there's no way I'll tell you where my real body is. I'll bring you to you. But I'll tell you what, he just brings out more chakra rods. I'll bring you to my real body when I take you and defeat you. To which Naruto just swings his blade, just cuts him just straight down, and then just falls to the side. He just does the thing, senses where he is, and he heads off. And so Naruto walks up casually too, Like, Naruto knows, oh, I could kill you both right now. And they're kind of aware of it, just like, he could kill us both right now. But Nagata still does his last-ditch effort of, stabbing the main chakra rod into him, trying to control him here, but Naruto's like, yeah, no, and they have their conversation about peace, about their sensei, and about war, pain, and destruction. Ultimately, Naruto, the conversation would go the exact same. Maybe a couple different of wording here or there, but the conversation would go the exact same. Nagato would be defeated, and he would resurrect the individuals who had died, including Kakashi. And so that would end the pain arc. It's I condensed it down pretty much, but really not a lot would change, I think. Naruto would be far more capable of taking, even if all the pains were still there, Naruto having access to Benihime means that as soon as he takes out the Preta Path, he could easily just use Shibari Benihime, basically contain both of them, blow them up, and then fire Rasen Shuriken straight at Nagato the Deva through the dust. If the Preta Path was still alive, Naruto could easily just Bankai and start restructuring a lot of the area around them, restructuring himself to be able to stand in the front of the Shinra Tensei and just kill the Preta Path. There's not to mention the amount of sealing he can do to just stop them dead. No, Naruto should be able to handle pain, no problem here. Obito goes back to Tobi. Setsu goes back to Tobi. We know Kisame is also looking for Killer B at this point, although Killer B is not out of the village. He is still in the village. Now, granted, Kisame has enough confidence in himself that he probably would walk in the village. And I think really what it is that maybe during the time of Pain's attack, he goes after Killer B. And Kisame is still ultimately defeated by A as he tried to lure Killer B out of the village and failed to do so. So I think that is still likely. He's still hiding in Samahara, though, as he replaced himself with a White Zetsu clone. And this is where the Kage Summit is, I think, being called. However, there is a change up here. And I think that it's Naruto, while still helping out the village, is using shadow clones. And I think that he is actually, believe it or not, I think he's present with the Daimyo and the other and a couple of the advisors about what to do with Tsunade out of commission for the time being. And Naruto says, I'd like to sit down on this. It's like, oh, you're the hero who saved Konoha, Naruto. Oh, it's so honored to actually have you here. So good to meet you. Thank you, Lord Domino. Is it Damio? I think it's Damio, not Domino, like my dog, but Damio, because there's a Y in there. And Danzo here is like the Nine Tails, and it's like, so he was able to come after all. And Naruto actually shoots him a look, and Danzo's like, It's like, what's that look about? Now, keep in mind, Naruto. When you think about this for a second, Naruto never once shared screen time with Danzo. Ever. They were never in the same, they never interacted. Here, Naruto meeting Danzo for the first time, hearing a lot about him, is very not concerned, but wary of him. This also raises a very interesting question. Danzo now has Naruto right there. He could use I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce it again. I don't have it in front of me. Shitsui's mind control genjutsu to try to sway Naruto to his will. A, would he do it? And B, would it work? Let's look at the second question first. By all accounts, it should. However, we know individuals who can see genjutsu could theoretically it was not a unbeatable genjutsu, hypothetically. It was just a very, very powerful genjutsu. We never met someone who could defeat it, but to be fair, it was only ever used twice. So, at least in the series it was. But Naruto doesn't just have his own mind. He's got Kurama, who does not like Okutaro. Probably even would agree, I don't like this guy. So his chakra, we know, can influence Naruto's chakra to stop that. But also he has Benihime, who is a very crafty, intellectual type Aikido, restructuring Zanpakuto. So in theory, I think they could initially tell he was being put under a genjutsu, but they together would be able to break him out of it. But would Danzo use it here and there? He knows he only has he can only use it so often for years at a time. Would he want to waste it here and now? I don't think so. I think he would wait. But more importantly, is like I would like to at least hear about this. Right now, Lady Tsunade is out of commission, so I want to just lend my ear and aid where I can. That's very courteous of you, Naruto Uzumaki. To which then they basically said, we need a temporary Hokage. What about Kakashi Hatake? Oh, the son of the White Fang, that'd be good. And student of the third, all that, and then obviously Danzo gets angry. The third Hokage's ways are the exact reason we're in this mess. No, it's not, you son of a bitch. And if you want to go on further than that, watch my top 10 dumbest shipping indecisions video. I'm thinking at some point I'll do that for other anime, like a Bleach one. I'm definitely gonna do, because I love Bleach, but there are dumb decisions in Bleach. Bleach one I'll do, and I might do that for like each. Nah, do I want to do that for each arc? No, I don't think I'll do that for each arc. I think I'll just depends how many dumb decisions I find. Anyway, Bleach I'll probably do that for. Yu Yu Hakusho. It's gotta be stuff I've watched or read that I would do it for, but I'll definitely do that. And Naruto, and to be fair, Naruto is just listening. Like, he's glaring at Danzo, and he's hearing what he's saying about the old man. It's not making him happy. And he can tell this is his play of power. We need new leadership. We need someone like me or something like that. Oh my, well, I agree. Then it's like, actually, hold on. It's like, to which Naruto basically kind of looks at us like, I'm sorry, explain again, to which Naruto actually looks at him. Explain again how the third's decisions led to this? You're the leader of Root, am I correct, Danzo? Wasn't that supposed to be disbanded years ago? As Naruto's holding his sword like this as well. Like he's propped up like, test me, bitch. Naruto, being a lot more intellectual here, is actually calling Danzo out. Like, he's smart enough to know how to attack Danzo. And so you add a secret organization that was supposed to be disbanded, but still loyal to the Leaf, but was it loyal to the Leaf or was it loyal to you? I'm wondering. You and Danzo's holding his ground. You don't know your place, young one. I was like, I bet I've lived through more. I've lived through longer than you. I've lived through more wars and longer than you have been alive. Maybe, but that didn't seem to translate into wisdom. It just seemed to translate into ego. It's like, you dare. It's like, nah, you dare. It's like, funny. I don't think that a Hokage candidate should be so easily offended. After all, especially if what I'm saying isn't true. Naruto probably was also calling him out. It's like, we left the toad here for me to show up earlier before the village ever got destroyed. Found out it got killed. When we found the toad, it had a sword mark in it. Want to explain that one? And none of the Pains wielded swords. They wielded rods, but not swords. From what I understand, you do have a blade on you. Is that right? In that cane of yours. Is that right? To which Danzo's now wondering, how does he know this? Care to explain that, Danzo? Now, Danzo is like, perhaps they had perhaps there was a nin on their side that snuck in. I don't believe you have any evidence. So if I were to somehow test that blood for blood on your cane, it wouldn't come up a toad's blood, would it? Which, to be fair, would Danzo be smart enough to clean his cane of blood? He thought he got away with it. And so Danzo is getting, now everyone's kind of, even the daimyo's like, Danzo, and so, I do not have any evidence. He has no evidence to support that theory. However, if you do not find me a suitable candidates, but given this, and now Danzo realizes, I can't stress being Hokage, damn him. Very well, and basically it's a very well scenario, but he's right. Given the amount of questioning that my actions seem to have brought on, I might not be the best candidate as a temporary Hokage. Which is, by the way, what it is. Whoever's Hokage is only Hokage till Tsunade wakes up. That's the decision making, assuming she ever does. So then, and to which then, when a couple of them say, why not have Naruto be temporary Hokage? To which Naruto's eyes bulge, realizing, wait, what? Like I just said, I just didn't want him to be. It's my dream, but I'm only going to be a temporary Kage. I'm not going to be a real Kage. Well, but it'll give you a good idea of how the job works, especially seeing as a summit of the 5 Kages has been announced. And we'll be sure to send you some backup as well. And Naruto's like, what? And Benihime's just like, oh, you did it, Naruto-chan. I'm so proud of you. Wait, what? And so Naruto gets to be the temporary Hokage for the time being. And so we'll end things there. I'll do a bit of a longer one, let's say a 30-minute one on Wednesday. I'm thinking we'll have at least 2 more video episodes of this. I think because we got the Kage Summit, which is going to be very different because Sasuke is not going to be attacking it. And we're going to have, and we obviously have the Ninja War, which Orochimaru is preparing with Obito and Kabuto. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. And who would win starts tomorrow. Later.